Alrighty.
So don't scare the normals. Right?
Don't scare the normals.
Okay. Hello.
Alrighty. Tell me about yourself, Ron.
Oh, I've only been in prison. No, I'm lying. My name is Ron Boutte, and I was raised a Catholic. And the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen. I have to do that every time I pass in front of a Catholic church, even though I can't see them. You know, I don't know when I'm passing one. So it gets people to nudge me, like they're showing a cross. Oh, okay.
So I'd have to yell church as I was driving?
Yeah, right, church.
Although if I were driving, I'd be up in the narthex.
You're bad. Anyway.
And you love it.
You know what? I used to go to a Catholic church when I went to a school for the blind. And I asked them about Jesus Christ Superstar because I just heard it. I thought, wow, Jesus was a political prisoner. More than anything else, he spoke. He got in trouble because of what he said. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Yeah, right. Well, he sure made people mad. Anyway, but they wouldn't talk about it. They said, oh, we can't discuss that here, Ron, and they forbid me to do it.
Tell them about your mom on the TV.
Oh, God, I was really young. I don't know how old.
You were born blind, right?
I was born blind with glaucoma. I cannot see the sun at noon, okay? And, however, it's never stopped me because she was the original independent living philosophy person. She said, if you can do it, do it. If you need help, ask for it. If you don't need help, get off your butt and do it yourself. Do what you can, ask for help when you need it. Ooh, the thunder.
How many eye operations did you have?
I had nine eye operations. And, oh, God, I remember you brought back a terrible memory.
What?
This doctor, they came by, you know how they do on rounds?
Tell me that.
And he said, well, that right eye doesn't have to come out. It's shrunken down, so all you have to do is take like a can opener and squish it like a little grape. And I started crying, and the other doctors like, yeah, George, no, he didn't mean that, son. No one's going to do that. He comforted me, you know. I stopped crying, but he scared me to death.
You had your own hospital bed, didn't you?
In room 237, against the wall. In fact, I went back later, and they made some other kid move so I could have my bed. They used to invite me to the Christmas party. Years later. That's terrible.
So there you are at home. You're totally blind, and your mom's got the TV on.
We're in front of the TV, and this preacher's going about, now, if you believe, put your hands on the TV, and the Lord will heal you. And my mother got down on her knees at 40 years old.
Mama!
Oh, you big black narrow. He's a ruler of the house. But, and she put her hands on the TV and started praying and crying and had me put my hands on the TV. And after 10 minutes, I'm like, can I go to my room now?
Yeah.
And I was still blind, by the way. So either there was no God or he didn't like me anyway.
So how did you feel about God when you were about 18, 19 years old?
I was a complete atheist. I thought, oh no, I wasn't. I had the cojones to be an atheist. I was an agnostic. I'm not saying there's not a God, but I'm not saying there is one either. I'm waiting for my proof. And so far, he hasn't proved nothing to me. All he's proven to me is the big O is worship worthy. Spent my whole life chasing the big O. What a waste of time. Anyway, one day, I was doing all kinds of, I was back in the 70s, you know, doing all my drug rehabilitation, experimentation, that's it. I mean, we're taking LSD. Did I say that? Anyway, I said, what do you believe in God? My friend asked me, I said, no. I said, well, he said, what do you value? What do you worship? I said, I don't worship nothing. Worship implies it's up there and I'm down here, a little human. I don't worship nothing. Well, then what do you treasure or value? I thought about it for a moment. I said, well, wait a minute, I know. I treasure my brain. If it weren't for my brain, I can't see anyway. And I can't see, hear, smell, touch, and taste. I couldn't sense nothing. I wouldn't even know what the world was or who I was if I didn't have a brain. So I said, I guess I worship my brain. It gets me through. I think, use logic. 2 + 2 = 4. I pay the rent. I pay my electric and gas, water bill. You know, logic. So I said, well, then a thought came to me. On LSD. who do you think made your brain? I'm like, oh. And that kind of got me started. One day I was talking to a guy named John Woods. Hi, John. And I want to find him on Facebook. Anyway, I was going to the College of Marin in Marin County in California.
A very liberal part of
Very liberal.
Yeah.
North of San Francisco. It's where the rich folks lived. They used to have rainbows edging around the tunnel as you went through the mountains.
They still did 10 years ago when we moved.
Oh, they do. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so it's over the rainbow. Anyway.
Oh.
Yes. Anyway, they have very fine wine in Marin County. Yes. But anyway, and I loved it because in Marin County, there was Golden Gate Transit. And as a blind person, I could get on any Golden Gate bus and just flash my pass and ride for free. They didn't charge us.
Nice.
Yes, it was nice. They were rich enough they could afford to do that. Of course, they were charging people $5 a pass on the bridge. So
Oh, I remember. It was
of course
extreme.
they could afford to do it. But anyway, he said, have you ever read the Bible? I said, no, I don't read that mess. He said, well, we have nothing further to discuss since you're obviously speaking from a viewpoint of ignorance. That got me so mad. Don't call me ignorant, blanket. So I went to Houston on vacation. I was working at the Independent Living Resource Center in San Francisco at the time. I went to the Lighthouse for the Blind in West Dallas when they had a Braille library in the old days. Ancient days. Leave me alone. Anyway, by the way, I'll get to that later.
Yeah, get to that later.
So I walked in and said, do you have a Braille Bible? She said, right over here, sir. It was in July. I had on a long, heavy coat.
In July, in Houston.
That should have been a clue. He's got a shotgun in that coat. But she said, right over here, sir. She showed me where it was and left. I picked it up. It was as thick as a yellow page phone book.
Hold it up.
Oh, kind of like this. Except
bigger than that, even.
Thicker, yes. It was thicker. Anyway, in Ephesians to Revelations. So I said, okay. Stuck it under my coat, and I snuck out the library, sneaked out the library, stole it. I stole the Bible. Those dumb Christians, they don't even know it. Yeah, God, you're right. How come he doesn't just smoke me right now? Yeah. Anyway, I left out the library. I feeling very superior.
Crowing like a rooster, no doubt.
Yeah. And I got home and I read it. Hey, Lord, I think I made a mistake. I'm really sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know. Jesus took my whipping, so I'm not going to get one.
He died for all the sins.
I'm only going to get one now, though. Did you die for that one, too? How about that sin? Did you die for that one, too?
He's only going to get you for calling him Torture Man.
Torture Man! There's a big T on his chest and a white cross,
a purple uniform with a white cross, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got God all rigged up, so.
Torture Man. And he's going to be playing Jesus Christ Superstar,
The
timpani song. Very, very
I could have queued it up on my computer.
Oh, you're right.
Show him your chest and tell him about the accident. Pull up your shirt.
Woo!
All right, baby.
Take it off.
Okay, tell them about your accident.
In 2003, I was walking to work. I am a small business owner. What to tell you that Burger King story too, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do two videos. Well, this will be the first one.
It was 2003 in January. I was walking to work at 6 in the morning to pay a VSA bill in cash because I was too cheap to purchase a commercial.
We couldn't
bank
afford the
account.
$15 a month.
Well,
things were real tight.
Things were real tight. Very high employment taxes. Anyway, so I was walking to work with my backpack on my back and my $1,200 in my backpack, which disappeared, by the way.
Thank you, Officer Barfield.
I was crossing Aldi and Bender at the light. I had the light. I've been traveling by myself for like 48 years. Don't
say the name of the guy who hit you.
No, I won't. Anyway, a guy who worked at the post office where I do had about 12 vending machines there. And when they eat, I eat.
This guy drove a forklift and worked graveyard shifts.
And he had 5 kids in a 3-bedroom house, so you know they weren't quiet so that Daddy could sleep. He worked all night. He was dead tired. He worked all night. Anyway, he's on his way home. He's on a cell phone. He was in a hurry. All of a sudden, there I was.
Hang up just a sec.